LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys, I just peeped the video from 78 Sports TV. And then, after I make this video, I'm going to listen to Black Fight Fans TV video. I hadn't looked at it yet, but I'm going to look at his, after I get done with this video. But I immediately began to make this video because it reminded me of a video that 10 Players News they created. 10 Players News, that's a channel I sub to, I listen to about every day. And I highly respect the information that these guys put out. Because channels like 78 and 10 Players, they do this probably on a yearly basis. They put out content to try to awake the sleeping mind. And see, some of y'all think that the series that 78 makes, the Tales from the Hustler, y'all think that's just some guy telling his pimp story. But see, he's trying to awake some of these brains that are asleep. And some of y'all think 10 Players, y'all think that they just these people that got all these thoughts and all these weird thoughts. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to awake. They're trying to awaken you. They're trying to literally awaken your brain so that you can actually see things instead of just seeing things in a one-dimensional universe. They're trying to open your mind. Because when you actually become awake, then you're no longer asleep. And these two, they preaching the same messages. They're just using different things to actually preach the exact same message. They telling it to you. 10 Players News put out a video a couple of years ago. And I can't remember the video that 78 put out a couple of years ago about this same thing. But I got the link in the description. And the reason why 10 Players don't make that many videos, so I can find it. I can't find it in 78's playlist, but I'm searching for it. But 10 Players News made a video about the government shutdown. And I will leave the link to that video in this description. They made a video. That video explains everything. I mean, down to the T. Everything now. It explains every single thing now that we're talking about today. Everything. Every single solitary thing. And that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. 10 Players talked about the sheep, meaning the people that live here in this country. The sheep. Well, the sheep are us. All of us. 78 said the same thing. It don't really matter, okay? It don't really matter, but, everybody needs to have a voice in this. Everybody need to have a stake in this. Whether you're black, you're white, you're racist, non-racist, it really does affect everybody. And 10 Players News said that the sheep actually have to come together. Instead of like, I guess, a political or racial thing, the sheep got to come together to put the powers that be that think they to be in check. I'm just telling y'all. That's what they say. That's what the video talked about. And it talked about that we, the people, we are the power. Like, we actually have the power in this country. And it's not the powers that be. You see, I'm going to tell you, there's a guy, and I want to know, it's called what's his name? It's the comedian. It's the comedian that spoke out about this about 3 years ago. This guy used the power of the internet trolls to help get this thing shut down the first time. When they were trying to, actually start this back in 2014 when I read about it. This guy used the power of internet trolls to go shut down the FCC website. And it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, he actually understood, how the internet works. That you have internet trolls, you have people online. But the main thing that everybody's pointing out is that everybody liked the internet. Everybody liked it. And it's almost like, how would you feel if, if somebody told you, what you can do? Like, and I'll break it down to y'all even further. Let's say if you like, say if you like McDonald's, why the hell would you eat at McDonald's? Hell, the coach don't know why you eat at McDonald's, but hell, we're going to use it. Let's say if you like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and let's say if you like, I don't know, Pizza Hut. And let's just say if you wanted to go, if you really prefer McDonald's. Well, you'll have some entity telling you, hey, you know what? You got to pay a fee, almost like the Costco of fast food. Here, you got to pay this fee. And if you come down, you pay this little Costco bill, then you can go to, you can have permission to go shop at McDonald's. Okay, you can have permission to go shop at McDonald's. Yeah, but let's say if I like Chick-fil-A. Oh, well then, what I'll do is I will charge you an additional fee, and now you're able to go shop at Chick-fil-A. It's the same scenario, man, that they put out. 10 Players News said that, hey, you know what? if the sheep stop thinking that they're sheep, and if the sheep finally wake up, the government really don't have power. They don't have any power. They have zero power. The power that we have lies within the sheep, but see, the sheep just don't realize that they actually have that power. That's what they said. And 78, I can't remember that damn video that this dude made, man. I wish I could find the video, man. I really wish. Because 78 said in the video too, he said something to the extent of that same thing. But these guys been talking about this for over 3 years, man. 10 Players News and 78, they've been talking about this for a long time. And 10 Players News really been saying it in a lot of videos. It's just they're saying the same exact message in plenty of videos. They say it over and over and over. And it's like, you know, it's kind of strange that how that they can predict this. You know, it's really strange how they predicted all of this would happen. And they say that if the sheep don't start waking up, then that the powers that be would start doing what the hell they want to do. And this is another example. But see, you know, one thing I learned from 78 and one thing I learned from 10 Players, everything operates on a dollar. It just do. And see, the way to actually defeat this, and it's going to be a tough appeal for everybody, but see, what it'll be a sacrifice. Would you sacrifice your internet abilities for a short period of time to get something in the long run? You see, if everybody, you know, whether you're a racist, you're a hater, you're a troll, it don't matter. If everybody just pulled their money and dollars out of internet service, if everybody pulled their money out of it, then who's going to buy it? You see, these major corporations, they'd be out of business anyway. But we got that control. 10 Players News and 70, they pretty much put it out there. And how they explained it, it made sense to me. We actually got control in this situation. The whole country got control. But see, this isn't just going to affect America. Nah, it's going to affect the entire world. Believe it or not. This is going to affect the entire world. Like, I don't want nobody telling me where I can go shop. I mean, y'all get it? It's the same scenario. I don't want nobody telling me where I can go shop. Okay? I don't want that. Because I'm a health food person. And I go to Whole Foods, okay? But, you know, do you think that I'm finna listen to somebody say, hey, coach, here, you gotta, everything's under one umbrella, okay? Everything's under one umbrella. You got Harris Teeter, you got Whole Foods, you got, you got Food Lion, you got Kroger's, you got all these, places under one roof, and you gotta pay me to get in there to even shop at these stores. Do you think I want somebody telling me where I can go to shop? Because that's what this is. I put it in terms of my own health food that I like to eat. You're not going to tell me that I can go shop at, Whole Foods if I pay you to go in. No. That's not how it works. That's not how I'm going to do this. Okay? That's not how it works. But see, we got the power because we the ones spending the money. It's just like, guys, when these promoters, they try to give us these damn fights that we don't want, but they think that they're going to give us any old fight because they know that we love boxing and they know that we're going to look at it anyway and we need them. It's the same thing. Do we all like the internet? Hell yeah. We love it, but do we need it to survive? No. And if every single solitary person, if everybody pulled their interest, pulled their money out of buying internet service, I guarantee you, this thing will get stopped right in its tracks. I'm talking about not only will it not even come to fruition, it'll be dead before it get launched. If everybody all of a sudden just say, hey, I'm going to cut off my internet. I'm going to cut off my internet to my phone. Hell, I would do something like that. Hell yeah, a worldwide protest? I absolutely would. I'll cut all this shit off. I'll cut it off because you're not going to tell me where I can go. Where I can go. You're just not going to do it. But see, I'm going to tell you what else going to happen too. What's going to start happening also too, you're going to get people that's going to get smart. Now, I don't have any hacking ability. But you're going to get these damn hackers that's going to open up these little mirror websites. And they're going to beat the system. They're going to beat the system. They're going to be people that come up with these little mirror websites that you go to. And when you enter through these little websites, just like, you got people smart enough to create streams. You're going to have people smart enough to create these little mirror websites. And they'll be making websites that'll make everything go faster. And it'll be for free. See, let me tell you something. One thing I understand about Americans, okay, period, the American culture, we always find a way. And if there's any country in the planet, okay, if there's any country on this planet that will fight and attack, It's America. You know how some countries they lay down and they let other countries invade them and they don't do nothing about it? The average American gonna fight to the damn end. They're gonna fight to the end. They're going to fight to the end, and we in this country, we're not going to allow people to come in and just say, hey, we finna take this country over. It's not gonna happen. Not without a fight. Not without a real live fight and a real live ass whooping. But yo, I would do a worldwide blackout. I'd do it. I'd participate in that. I sure would. I'd do it. Because we'll stick it right back to these companies that's trying to make us do what they want. Instead of these companies trying to, actually evolve like the population has evolved, they don't want to evolve. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to offer their services, like it's the same thing. They could offer their packages online. They could do that. They could do stuff like, that they could do it, but they choose not to. Because they want to price gouge us to death with this stuff. But you guys go listen to the video by 10 Players News. I'm telling you, that video explains a lot. It's about the government shutdown. Don't listen to the part about what they're talking about, how the government does it. No, listen to the part about the sheep. Listen to the part about the sheep, and I guarantee you'll get a full understanding of what we're experiencing now. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe.